All right, you guys. Everybody else is throwing their nickel in on these shootings. I'm not specifically speaking to the shootings. Shootings are bad. Shootings are always bad. Always bad. But I'm wearing my Trump hat so that you see here, Trump 2020, just so you know where I stand. I stand with Trump. He didn't cause the shootings. Obama never caused any shootings. Presidents don't cause shootings. Unless they send in the National Guard, of course. I think that was a Democrat. Did that. Kent State. I might be mistaken. But anyway, here's the thing. This ain't a white supremacy problem. It's a whole lot of shit problem. It's a psychotropic drug problem. It's a generation of boys raised without dads, raised in front of a television and a computer screen and a smartphone and a tablet. Bad parents that never taught them how to interact with the world. That's what the problem is. The problem is not video games, per se. Problem is not the access to guns. Now, I'm going to say this again. I've said this so much to the last 3 days that I can type it in my sleep. The chance of dying by gun violence, is less than 0.0000. Some numbers, percentage sign. All right? That's how low a chance of dying by gun violence is. It's a very low chance. The reason these shootings make the news is because, well, they are rare. And they are newsworthy because they're big. I guarantee if they were happening as much as everybody says, they'd be like, oh, and we had another mass shooting over here, and now onto the traffic. But they're not, because it's a big deal, because it rarely happens. So to those of you saying, oh my God, we got a gun problem. No, we don't. No, we do not. The background check doesn't always work. Red flag laws, by the way, are unconstitutional. You're removing somebody's right without due process. Doesn't matter what reason. Does not matter. There is absolutely no reason that you can give me that will allow you to remove the due process of an American citizen from his natural rights without that works. None whatsoever. So, like I said, the background checks don't always work. HIPAA laws don't let healthcare providers tell the government, hey, we're treating this guy for this psychosis and he has these meds. You want to do anything, find the meds these people all have in common and say, hey, for our safety and yours, if you go on these particular meds that have been proven to cause people to go nutso, we're going to make sure you don't have access to guns for a while. How about that? That might be an idea. But it's a whole lot of things. You can't raise these kids. And these are all the generation that have been raised up and been told, well, if you're white, you're evil. If you're a man, you're a rapist. If you're an American, you're an imperialist. If you're a Christian, you're a bigot. All these things they've been told. Constantly. You hammer it into their heads. Then you wonder why they snap. And I have to tell you, if you keep going down this road of whites are evil and have to be removed from position of powers and relegated to the fringes of society to make society more equal and to make up for the injustices of the past, if you keep going down this road, I promise you, you will create white supremacy. And you've seen what happens when white supremacy runs unchecked. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing, because I got to tell you something. I got to tell you, and I hate to say this to all you black people and all you brown people out there. White people are really good at doing what we decide to do. When we decide we're going to build this continent up, and we did it. We decided we're going to have the best country ever, and we're going to let in everybody that wants to be an American, and we did it. We said we're going to go to the moon, and we did it. And if the day ever comes where we say, wow, we need to protect ourselves because these people are trying to destroy us and take everything from us and not let us have access to the economic ladder in America, you're going to rue that day. I promise you that. Because Will just enlists the Dutch again. The Dutch were really good at running the slave trade. There's no telling what they could do with the full backing of the American government, huh? Ever think of that? No, you didn't. Of course not. So what the hell? Nobody wants a race war. The vast, 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 vast majority of people in this country are not racist. We don't care what color you are. We don't care who you sleep with. We don't care who you pray to. As long as you don't shove it down our throat and tell us, A, we have to celebrate it, or B, that it's just your culture to cut off heads because we don't pray to Allah, then we're going to have a problem. Then we're going to have a problem. But my point is, there isn't one thing you can point to for these shootings. And yes, they're horrible. They're tragic. Nobody likes them. Nobody's happy about them, except the fringe kooks who are probably going to be the next shooters. But you can't take away the natural rights of people because of a few outliers. As I said, and I want to reiterate it, your chance of being killed in gun violence in America is 0.0000 some numbers percent. Go do the math. Go do the math. And your chance of being killed by a cop, if you're not a criminally minded male, your chance of being killed by a cop is almost nil. Except when, like, they mess up in Minneapolis and kill the poor Australian woman who was just trying to get their attention. But last year, the cops killed 992 people. That's 3 people a day. Go divide 992 into 325 million. And you'll see what the chance is of you getting killed by a cop. It's infinitesimal. It's very, very, very exceedingly small. It is so small that it makes the news because it's an event. Cars kill over 3 times as many people as gun violence. Nobody says we have a car problem. Nobody says when someone dies in a car wreck, says, oh, we need better car control. Nobody says that, do they? No, they don't. We don't have a gun control problem. I've reiterated natural rights in another video. Go look it up. There's 3 basic natural rights that all rights stem from. They are God-given and they are all equal. If you are alive, you have them. And it's sad that we take away some people's rights to protect themselves. The state I'm in won't let me carry, open or concealed. Can't get a concealed permit here in California. Damn near impossible. So I am hypervigilant when I'm out. I don't go to places that look sketchy. If things look sketchy, I'm gone. Because I don't have a means to protect myself. Theoretically. And it shouldn't be that way. Because there are dangerous people in the world. Evil exists. You cannot legislate evil away. You cannot make a law that is going to stop people that want to kill people. You can't. And some people are just broken. Irretrievably broken. And you see them on the streets. Lots of them living in tents. Shuffling along in rags with a frickin' shopping cart full of, for some reason, 30 coats, but they're barefoot. Go figure. I don't know. I've seen a lot of homeless people. Barefoot and with 30 coats. I don't get it. You see them on the streets talking to themselves, muttering, doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Some of it's drugs, some of it's mental illness. We used to have mental facilities to lock mentally ill people away. But in the 70s and 80s, the ACLU said, hey, you can't do that. That's wrong. You got to let them out. So let them out. And this is what's happening. The law of unintended consequences. Anyway. All right, I got to remember. Click subscribe. Share the video. Click on the little bell so you get the notifications, because apparently, I don't know, YouTube does their stuff. Hopefully, they won't take this video down. And once we get to 1,000 subscribers, I can go live. So share, tell people, subscribe. This is Kinder. Trump 2020. Later.